Today marks the third annual National Day for Truth and Reconciliation. It's a day to recognize the ongoing impact and trauma of Canada's residential school system on First Nations, Inuit and Métis people, also known as Orange Shirt Day. It also honors the children who never returned home after being taken from their families. 140 federally run residential schools operated in Canada between 1867 and 1996, and it's believed about 150,000 children went through the system during that period. Here in Toronto, a sunrise ceremony is taking place at Nathan Phillips Square today. It's being hosted by the Toronto Council Fire Native Cultural Centre. Here's a live look at Nathan Phillips Square this morning. It's just one of the events taking place at the square today. There will also be guest speakers, medicine workshops, and a marketplace featuring Indigenous vendors. And CP24's Steve Ryan joins us live now with more on today's events. Steve?
Yeah, Lindsay, good morning. We are here at Nathan Phillips Square where they're getting ready for that sunrise ceremony, which is going to take place very soon. I'm joined by Gord Peters. Mr. Peters, thank you for your time. Who are you with, and tell me why you're here?
I'm with our community. It's called El Napawi La Kawit. We are, both Ava Hill and myself are here. We've been the co-facilitators since this legacy gathering process started 3 or 4 years ago. And we do the entire day, we do the evening, and it's just a great celebration that we have all the time.
And talk to me about the celebration. What exactly is it?
So it's called the Legacy Gathering, and the celebration is for former students in residential schools. It's for those families as well. We call them intergenerational because a lot of families were affected by the same process of people coming back home, didn't know how to raise their children, and so we celebrate the intergeneration as well. And then we celebrate our own growth and development, taking back our own healing models, taking back our own stories, taking back our own medicines, all of those things, because that's fundamental to our recovery. You know, so Canada's tried to get rid of us for a long, long time, but we're strong. There's a resurgence going on, and you'll see everybody today that they're wearing their colors, and especially orange on this day.
Are you satisfied with what's happening with the government as far as working with you, or do you think a lot more can be done?
Oh, definitely a lot more can be done. We said yesterday, we had the mayor was here yesterday. We also had a minister from the federal government, and they talk about reconciliation. But when we went back up to the mic, we reminded them that the truth has been left behind. So we don't talk about the international treaties. We don't talk about the theft of land and how land is going to be returned. We don't talk about how Canada all of a sudden gained all the jurisdiction in the country. We don't talk about those things, but that's the truth, and that's the part that's being left behind.
And is there something that can be done to rectify this, or do you think it's a done deal now?
Oh no, it's happening. I mean, you have issues like the Robinson Huron Treaty right now, where they were supposed to receive incremental benefits from the treaty. They didn't for 150 some years, and now the courts have said to Ontario and Canada, you have to be able to honor that treaty. So honoring the treaty is not just about the money part. Honoring the treaty is about the relationship that it created. And that relationship that created was an international agreement between our peoples and Great Britain first, and then Canada, who takes on that role as the administrator. They don't have a right to change anything. They just have the right to be able to implement.
And as far as the sunrise ceremony goes, what exactly takes place?
The sunrise ceremony has always been a part of our world. It's just an acknowledgement every day that there's goodness in every day, and so we understand and know that that creation has. We're the latecomers in creation, and so they all offer us something so that we can live every day. So they honor the water because we need water to live. They honor all the relations that we have, the plant life, the medicines, the animals, everything, so that we are reminded that we have obligations. And so when you talk about climate change, this is what we're talking about here, is that there is a relationship that we have. We have forgotten how to love our first mother. And only when we come back and start to love our first mother will we start to see changes in the world around us, and we'll have a better environment.
Thank you for doing this.
You're welcome.
Lindsay, I'll send it back to you.
Okay, Steve, thank you. We'll check in with you a little bit later.